welcome to Week 11, the final week in the prep football season. I am Zach Dean, this is Chris Boyle. Football is Friday night, Chris, but we've already had plenty of fireworks this week.
Yeah, Spruce Creek clinched its trip to the playoffs on Monday in a 3-team tiebreaker. Very exciting. First trip for them since 2008. They managed to beat Sandalwood in double overtime, Mandarin in single overtime in a game that looked like it was going to go scoreless for a little bit, but the field goal there in overtime, defensive stand. Hawks are in. They host Lake Brantley next week.
Who would have thought? I mean, a couple weeks ago, Spruce Creek's not even in the playoff conversation, and then they knock off Mandarin, and then they get some help, and before you know it, that defense, that offense, it's clicking at the right time, and they could be a threat.
Sure is. They've got all their pieces back. That's the biggest thing. They've got everybody ready and healthy, and I mean, this is a team that's played great defense all year. The offense it's coming into its own. Very excited for this team to get there and to see an opponent in Lake Brantley they've already faced once this year back in the Kickoff Classic.
And won, too. I mean, they're going to have some momentum going. I mean, I think Creek has really, to me, been the surprise team in the second half of this season, and I don't think it's even close, really.
Yeah, 4 straight wins, and then that doesn't include the 2 the other night. They finish up with New Smyrna Beach, a team that's going to come in a little bit banged up. Sounds like Jaleel McRae is going to be iffy with a hip pointer. He may or may not play in that game. New Smyrna trying to finish things up with a high note, but it's going to be an awfully tough task considering how well the Hawks are playing right now.
That's the one decent game this week. Not a lot of good games, no playoff implication games that ended last week, but I think the other good game, little rivalry, Matanzas and Menendez. Matanzas getting another playoff tune-up for the first time in the program's history.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they take this. I mean, it's going to be how much are they going to use this as a tune-up? How much are they going to rest guys? They've never been in this situation before, so it'll be interesting to see how exactly they play it. The game I'm more interested in actually is Atlantic and Deltona, considering how things have kind of unraveled this week for both of those programs. Deltona missing the playoffs, Atlantic. Some reports about
unraveled in very different ways.
Yeah, very different ways. The situation, they had an investigation on Wednesday. Mac Dixon is cleared of any hazing allegation. He'll be able to coach that game, and it's good for him, good for the Sharks to get back out there and try to put things behind them and finish the year.
Yeah, and I think everything aside, I mean, I know Atlantic's running into a tough schedule here at the end. I mean, not a lot of teams in the state are beating Jones and Cocoa. But all things aside, Atlantic, if they win, what are they going to finish there at 5-3? I mean, that's a 500% increase from last year. That's a heck of a season. I don't care what you say or who they beat. Playoffs are right around the corner. We are 1 week away. We have some great matchups next week. Mainland's off this week. They get back in action. They'll host Okeechobee next week. What else do we got? Matanzas heads south to Sebastian River, and then obviously the big game, Brantley Creek. Those are the 3 big games next week.
Trinity hosts Foundation, and Warner will go to Victory Christian, a very tough game for them.
Should be a fun playoff ride. As always, the News Journal are going to have you guys covered Friday and next week as the playoffs get started. I am Zach Dean. This is Chris Boyle. The season finale. We'll see you Friday night.